Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Zahirah binti Muhammad Nazri and my group members are Siti Nur Fazilah binti Jamil, Nur Hanifarisha binti Cik Halim and Nur Fazira binti Azizi. We choose the topic Wahyu, its concept, meaning and types of Wahyu to the Prophet and Angel. In this paper, it aims to present the definition of Wahyu, types of Wahyu, Al-Quran is a Wahyu, issues and solutions related to Wahyu. The method used by the members to complete this assignment is through online platforms such as WhatsApp, and we divided the task and assigned everyone with the subtopic to complete this assignment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Fazilah binti Jamil. My metric number is 1911728. I would like to present about the definition of Wahyu. Wahyu is self-derived from the Arabic word which is Wahaya. It means the revelation. From the literal meaning, Wahyu means communication, inspiration and also guidance from the God. Wahyu also means the transmission of the specific word of revelation to the Prophet. Next is about the related Quranic verse about Wahyu. First is in Surah Al-Qasas verse 7, which is its mean, so we send this inspiration to the mother of Moses. Here we can see how the word of Wahyu indicate in the Al-Quran, which is Allah give the inspiration to the mother of Moses. Next is in Surah An-Nahl verse 68, which is mean, and the Lord taught the bee to build its cells in hills, on trees and in man's habitation, which is we can see that how Allah guide the animal, which is beast, through natural instinct to build their house in some certain area, which is how Allah inspire the beast to build their cells in some certain area only. The next verse is in Surah Maryam, which is in verse 11, which means, so Zachariah came out to his people from his chamber. He told them by signs to celebrate God's praise in the morning and in the evening, which we can see that how Allah give the guidance by signs through his slave, by send it through the Prophet Zachariah. Next is in Surah Al-An'am verse 112, which is mean, likewise did we make for every messenger an enemy evils one among men and jinn, inspiring each other with flowery discourses by way of deception. Here we can see that how Allah emphasized about the word of inspiration in this surah. Next is in Surah Al-Anfal verse 12, which means, remember the Lord who inspired the angels, which is here we can see that how Allah emphasized about the word inspired, which is guidance from the God to the angels. Next is about the method of revelation that Allah has mentioned in the Al-Quran, which is in Surah Ash-Shura verse 51, which means, and it is not for any human being that Allah should speak to him except by revelation or from behind a partition, or that he sent a messenger to reveal by his permission what he wills. Indeed, he is the most high and wise, which is we can see from that verse that Allah has mentioned the three methods of revelation, which is first is through inspiration, the next one is speech behind the veils, and the third one is through the word that Allah has sent the revelation through the Prophet to his slave. The last one is about the role of Wahyu in mankind life, which is the first role of Wahyu is to guide the mankind to the right path. As we know, in the Wahyu, either the Quran and also Hadith, it have so many guidelines for us human being to live in this world, which is Allah has sent the Wahyu through the Prophet to give the guideline for us on how to live in this world, what we need to do in this world. The next role of Wahyu is mankind can use it to get the knowledge about the worlds and also the hereafter. As we know that in Wahyu itself, it has so many things that Allah has mentioned about the worlds and also the hereafter, like about the hell, about the heaven, and also about the Yaumul Qiyamah, and also about the sign itself, which we can see that in Wahyu we can know a lot of knowledge from it. The last row of Wahyu is the source of our ruling hukum. As we know that we used the Quran and also Hadith as our ruling hukum, and we get to know the hukum and also the guidelines that we need to use for ibadah, our akhlaq, and also our aqidah in that revelation, which is Quran and Hadith.
My name is Nurhani Farisha binti Halim. My matric number is 1916744. So moving on to the types of wahyu, there are two major types of wahyu, which is direct wahyu and indirect wahyu. Direct wahyu means it comes directly from Allah, and indirect wahyu when it comes with intermediary of an angel. So when Allah wants to communicate with his servant, basically he will use several means, and one of it is through dreams. So during Prophet time, Prophet used to dream things or events in a crystal clear mode, and when he woke up, the dreams become a real life events. So narrated by Aisyah radiallahu anhu, the commencements of divine inspirations of Allah Messenger was in the form of good dream, where it comes through like bright daylight. So before he become a prophet, he basically dreamed ordinary things such as dream even when Khadijah's uncle come for a visit, and also the details of the event. So the second form is in the revelations was sent through heart, where angels will place or infuse the revelations into prophet heart or prophet mind. So basically this way doesn't require hearing, because it was not come in the form of voice, but it will directly put into their heart and mind. So they will know that the revelations will come from Allah, because Allah have been stated in the Quran that he, the prophet, does not speak of his own desire. It is nothing but revelation revealed. So that means that when angels put the revelations into their heart, into their mind, they will accept, because they know that it is from Allah. So the next is when angel come in the form of human being. Once an angel come in the form of a villager to talk to Muhammad continuously until Muhammad memorized the kalam Allah. And in the form of human being, Prophet companion and also Prophet friends saw the angel in the form of a villager, and it also have been stated in hadith Umar bin Al-Khattab about Islam, Iman and Ihsan. So Aisha reported once that Allah Messenger said that sometimes the angels come in the form of human being and talks to me, and I grasp whatever he says. Sahih riwayat Al-Bukhari. So next one is when the revelations come in the form of loud noise. This form of revelations were extreme and hardest for Muhammad, and it can be proved that when Muhammad received revelations in a very cold weather, but he is still sweating, and even when he received revelations on the camel will sit down due to the pressure. So Aisha reported, once I saw Prophet Muhammad receive a revelation in a very cold weather, and then I noticed a sweat dripping from his head. Sahih riwayat Al-Bukhari. So next one, the revelations was sent from angel in the form of an angel. So the angel come to deliver what Allah had been said and what Allah had been told angel to do so, and it happened twice and have been stated in Surah An-Najm was 3 to 14. So the second last form is a revelation was revealed to Prophet Muhammad directly from Allah. This happened at the sky, and during this time, the obligations of prayers were revealed to Prophet Muhammad. And the last one is Allah spoke directly to Prophet Muhammad, without intermediary of an angel. And this also happened to Prophet Musa, and it also has been stated in Hadith Isra Mi'raj and also Quranic verses.
Al-Quran is a divine revelation that was sent down from Allah to the Prophet Muhammad as a guidance to all mankind. Al-Quran includes all aspects of life, including ibadah, akidah, and so on. Okay, so technically Al-Quran means kalamullah, or words of Allah, that was sent down to the Prophet Muhammad through Malaikat Jibril in Arabic language, narrated as mutawatir, and those who read the Quran will be rewarded. Al-Quran is an absolute reference that was sent down from Allah to the Prophet Muhammad, as it contains guidance to all mankind. So there are many points actually, but there are a few points that I want to highlight in this assignment. The points that was stated in the Quran. The first element that was stated in the Quran is about akidah. Akidah means belief with certainty in one heart, including belief in Allah, belief in prophethood, belief in angel, belief in the scriptures, belief in qada and qadar, and also belief in the day of judgment. The next one is about hukum that is stated in the Quran. For example, we can see that the Quran states about muamalat, munakahat, faraid, and many more. The next is about ibadah. Ibadah is also one of the elements that is stated in the Quran. For example, we can see that Allah states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 110, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. It's not it means that the commandment of God regarding ibadah is stated in the Quran. Okay, lastly, it involved with the history of a previous generation. For example, we can see that Allah stated in the Quran about the prophet, about the previous generation, all the kaum in the past, and all the story about them. Actually, there are many other elements that is stated in the Quran apart from this that was mentioned before. For example, we have the signs regarding human, regarding the all in the earth and all in the skies. We have many actually, but so we can see that this everything that is stated in the Quran is a revelation from God to the mankind.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fazira binti Azizi. I will continue this presentation with the issues related to the concept of wahyu and solution, how to solve this issue. The first issue is the misinterpretation, the concept of revelation made by Orientalists. As we all know, Prophet Muhammad SAW has been given Al-Quran as the divine message. The concept of revelation clearly has stated in Al-Quran to make Muslims understand the true meaning of revelations. However, nowadays there are some Orientalists make some accusation related to the revelation of Allah. They claim that they create deficiencies to Prophet Muhammad, which describe Prophet Muhammad as a sorcerer and deceive people using his spiritual power. However, Islam refute it using Quranic verse in Surah An-Najm, A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, wa ma yantiqu 'anil hawa in huwa illa wahyun yuha. Based on this meaning, we can see that Prophet Muhammad does not talk something, use his own desire, and he does not know anything about supernatural except revealed by Allah. So it is impossible that he deceive people using his spiritual power, and that claimed by the Orientalists. The second issue is that the Orientalists claim that Al-Quran is man-made. They believe that Prophet Muhammad created the Al-Quran and every word in the Al-Quran is from him. Islam clearly opposes this idea by stating a few reasons to show that Al-Quran is not man-made. The first reason is Prophet Muhammad is known as Ummi. Ummi here means he is not good in writing and reading. The evidence that we can see is from through the first revelation in Mount of Hira. The angel Jibril came at that time. The angel Jibril came to Prophet Muhammad and asked him to read, and Prophet Muhammad answered that Ma ana biqari. So based on this event, it is impossible for him to write the whole context of Al-Quran because he is not good in writing and also in reading. The second reason to show that Al-Quran is not man-made is based on the miracles language of Al-Quran, styles, themes, and also the contents of Al-Quran. As we all know, Al-Quran has beautiful and miracle on its language, style, themes, and also the content, the story about the Prophet that is beyond of human to create it. Allah has mentioned in Al-Quran in Surah Al-Isra verse 88, if the mankind and jinns were challenged to produce the Al-Quran, they cannot produce the same Al-Quran. And even if they work together, they still cannot produce it. Thus, it shows that it is impossible for mankind to duplicate and change the contents of Al-Quran, same like Al-Quran. The third reason to show that Al-Quran is not man-made is because Allah has made Al-Quran protected from any distortion. Al-Quran was protected from any corruption until the end of the day, and there is no contradiction on it. To counter this issue, the first thing that Muslims should do is by strengthening their faith. As a Muslim, we should strengthen our faith to avoid from trusting the false information spread by the non-believers. It is because nowadays we can see that many non-believers spread negative things about Islam. If our faith is not strengthened, then we can blindly trust what they say. For instance, nowadays there are groups of anti-hadith and etc. Furthermore, believing in his books and also his messengers is part of our faith. It is because it is part of pillars of Islam. So it is obligation for all Muslims to believe in it without any doubt. Apart from that, we should study Al-Quran in a deeper way. Allah encouraged us to read Al-Quran as much as possible. Even if we are busy in the day, we have to read at least one ayah per page. It was mentioned in Al-Quran, فَقْرَأُوا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. So recite as much of Quran as is feasible. Not only by reading it, we should contemplate every meanings of the Al-Quran. It is because it is to avoid misunderstanding about the hidden message that come from Allah. For instance, we can refer for various sources such as Tafsir Al-Quran, such as Tafsir Zilal Al-Quran, Tafsir Qurtubi, and also refer to the knowledgeable person to get the truth meaning of the verse. By that, we could not make any judgment based on our knowledge, and we can prove all the accusation made by Orientalists is totally false.